Something is really sad happening with the black French players after losing the World Cup. Koeman, Tchouaméni, and Kolo Muani are receiving racial abuses on their social media. Here are some of the comments that Koeman is getting on his Instagram. Like, it keeps going and going, and it doesn't stop. I mean, there are too many to count. Same thing. Goes on.
After France lost the final to Argentina, racism hit the black players' social medias.
And this is not new to the French players from ethnic backgrounds in the French national team. Karim Benzema, the French player, previously said, "If I score, I'm French. If I don't, I'm Arab." And this is not unique to France. Mesut Ozil, the German player from Turkish background, had retired from the German national team because of the discrimination that he received. And he said that, "I'm German when we win, but I'm an immigrant when we lose." I don't understand the hate to Koeman. Like, the guy was electric in the final, and he was one of the best players on the pitch for France. But anyway, this is disgusting, but nothing new.
Sadly, this is correct. It is nothing new.
A national defeat again, but rather than celebrating reaching the final, some turn to vitriol and racism, targeting the three young players for the colour of their skin. Hateful images and racial slurs targeting their social media profiles, with other slurs, some fans telling Saka to go back to Nigeria.
Recall after England lost in the Euros, the targeting of black players, specifically Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka, and Jadon Sancho, occurred. TRT World noted monkey emojis flooded the comments of the players' posts. Others told those that played in the final to go back to Nigeria. With France, Kingsley Coman of Bayern Munich, Tchouaméni of Real Madrid, and Kolo Muani of Eintracht Frankfurt are on the receiving end of hateful, racist messages. They came in the form of, unfortunately, what we have seen in the years past, but also from idiots like Mark Granza, who said, when your country actively works to replace you, your culture, and your religion with people who can never feel the same attachment to the nation, it makes me happy to see them lose. Granza is essentially bullhorning great replacement, white supremacy, conspiracy theories, all in one single tweet.
And yes, by the way, they are trying to take away our history and our heritage. You see that.
Something this man, and of course this man, know all too well. They complain and complain and complain. Yet if you were to bring up the glory days to them of Henry and Zidane and Thuram, well,
remember back when France won their first World Cup in 1998, we can show you what their team looked like. It was also very multicultural. They had players who were either them or their parents were born in Africa, and some who were Arab. In fact, Zinedine Zidane, arguably the best player in the world, but if not the best, certainly in the top 5. An Arab Muslim was the best player on France and critical in winning that World Cup, and that drove the right wing crazy.
This was also stoked by Jean-Marie Le Pen. A racist and anti-Semite, Le Pen took aim at some players like Lilian Thuram, saying there are too many black players on the roster. Le Pen also played up the usual tropes of they don't sing the national anthem loud and proud, or they don't sing it well, or they don't sing it well enough, specifically only targeting minority players on the French national team. Basically saying and linking racism to the national anthem and saying they are not proud to be French. This racism is passed down from one generation to another. Case in point, Marine Le Pen, the daughter of Jean-Marie. Marine Le Pen, who succeeded her father as leader in 2011, was responding to claims from Karim Benzema that Didier Deschamps had bowed to the pressure of a racist part of France when agreeing to leave him out of the squad for Euro 2016. I find the declaration scandalous, Le Pen said at the time. I'm not surprised Mr. Benzema hides his wickedness behind a violent charge against the French people. Speaking about France's 2010 World Cup team, Marine Le Pen infamously argued that bi-national background of many of its players prevented them from truly representing France because they had another nationality at heart. In 1996, her father voiced a similar view when he said, "It is artificial that we make these foreign players and baptize them the French team." This is to suggest that the French team is weakened by its inclusion of players with multicultural backgrounds. What Le Pen does is rather simple, and it's what LeBron James said of Donald Trump.
What I noticed over the last few months, that he's kind of used sport to kind of divide us.
After Algeria beat Russia, who, by the way, Marine Le Pen is a Russian stooge, but after Algeria beat Russia, of course, once again, she used it as a weapon. She railed against French citizens with dual citizenship. They must choose. They are Algerian or French, Moroccan or French. They can't be both, she would say. Because of the Le Pens and those who think like them, French players are racially abused. And if those of you who are watching this are located in France and you're not saying anything about this, you are also part of the problem.